Caca! 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 What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Retro Wave, and we'll be taking a look at the four here, as I'll be reviewing Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Just a quick heads up, this will be my last review of the year as I'll be gone and traveling out of state for about a month to spend time with my family in Florida for the holidays. I'll have some top 10 videos to trickle in and spread out, so look out for those. But I really wanted to review these as the Fantastic Four are my second favorite team next to my beloved X-Men. Plus, these retro cards take me back from when my brother and I were collecting the Toy Biz ones during that time, so I know he'll appreciate this video with me as the nostalgic glory is in full effect. Now, with that being said, let's go! Alright, we're kicking things off with my favorite Fantastic Four member, Human Torch, and here we have his Flame On version, and the head sculpt looks really good. It's the same as the Walgreens version, just repainted, so we got the lines there. And the plastic this time is more of a translucent dark orange, closer to red, instead of the bright orange that we got last time. I really like the gold eye paint here. It looks really good. And we get regular paint for his flaming hairdo, so there's nothing translucent there. As you can see, the last one, very bright, man. I love this one. But you can see how translucent that was. And the bodywork is good here. He's on the white suit Spider-Man 2099 mold. Much better than the Bucky Cap mold. So you'll be able to get him in better poses because of those butterfly joints, man. They make a difference. They really do. But yeah, you can see we get that old school line work for Human Torch, you know, as well as above the head. I know you saw that already, but just to show you how it flows all together. Looks nice. You get it on his shoulders, his biceps. You also get it in front of the thighs and on top of the shins right here, but nothing in the back, so it's all plain. That's a bummer. Would have been nice to get a little bit of that on the back. Same forearms and hands as before with the flame sculpted on top of them. And just to bring out the Walgreens exclusive Human Torch, you can see he has the same flame arms on the forearms and on the hands. And I really love the Fantastic Four logo on the chest right here. I wish that was on here. I just prefer the logo to be on his chest. The new one doesn't have the same lower legs though. The last one had the flame effects sculpted on them. So that is our new Human Torch. I'm not going to cover articulation for any of these because I already did that in the Super Scroll Wave I did a few years ago. So you can always refer to that for articulation. Now for accessories, he comes with this flaming back piece. He's got two twirling flaming effects that you can wrap around his arms. And he's got two plain closed fists. And if you like the look of the last Walgreens exclusive Flame On version with the flames on his lower legs, you can take those trolley flame effects and wrap them around his ankles. So that's not a bad look at all. Alright, so this is last minute as I just got the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Flame Off version of Johnny Storm. But I didn't get the invisible version of Invisible Woman in the mail yet. I was hoping to knock them all out in one video here, but unfortunately, I don't control FedEx. So yeah, I would have loved to show that off and, you know, take some pics with it. But hey, let me show you this while I got it, you know. So it's finally great to have a powered down, flame off Johnny Storm in his classic Fantastic Four attire. Something we haven't gotten before, you know. And when we did, it was either like some flames thrown in there. But yeah, I'm so happy to have a version of this. Because we did get a powered down version of Johnny Storm, the Dan Slott costume, but, you know, it's not the classic attire, so. He still has his Randy Orton face sculpt. You know, he still has that. Yo, how the hell is Johnny Storm failing at tanning? Look at the tan line behind his ear. Oh my god, that looks so bad. One big bummer is that they put the serial number on the leg here instead of underneath the feet. And the rest of the Fantastic Four in this wave do not have the serial numbers present on the legs. It's all on the bottom of the feet, so I don't get that. I'm really annoyed by it. And for accessories, he's got the same flaming back piece, but for some reason, it's very snug on this. It's not loose like the other one. And one thing to point out is that the Walgreens exclusive version did have a peg. It was very small, and it connected right here, whereas these do not have any kind of pegs in them to connect to the holes on the back. And you got the flaming hands and the same flaming twirling effects. And of course, if you have extra flaming effects, you can wrap them around his ankles, and this looks really, really cool. So it's a nice way to decorate him to show he's about to fully flame on. Now, taking a look at Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, and this head sculpt is lit. I love it. Look at the freaking expression he has here. The teeth are painted perfectly and sculpted perfectly too. Man, I just absolutely love this expression. You got that mushroom tip of a head. Do like the blue eyes there. You know, he's got to have the blue eyes. And the nose is sculpted nicely. Love this new head sculpt. And you get a slight wash on top of the head there. You get some of that spread it throughout the figure, like on the back right here. Kind of hard to notice it, but it's kind of like the same shading pattern as the black costume version. So he'll have the, you know, shading on the shoulders as well, some on the chest area, you know, the forearms right there. But, you know, they're keeping that same thing buck, and I love it. So there's nothing wrong with this mold unless they upgrade it and give it pinless legs one day. That would be amazing, and somehow see if they could come up with better joints, because I can't do with this single jointed elbow swivel. I would love to see them apply double jointed elbows on this guy, you know? I mean, the arms and the legs are pretty much the same dimensions, so if they did double joints for the legs, I'm pretty sure they can do it for the arms too. So you get the fist here, you get the classic blue and white trunks, and then here are the legs. No wash on the legs, but you get them at the top of the feet right here. So it brings out those crusty thing toes. And one thing I do like, while they're not the same orange tone completely, you can get away with a head swap. So say if you did want to do this, you'll definitely get away with it. So see, that's pretty cool. You have more options. It's something you couldn't do with the Walgreens one because of the wash. The face just won't go with the rest of the body. And for accessories, he comes with this alternate head. And I love this expression. It's funny. It just looks like he's hungry. He's sticking his tongue out. It's so Jack Kirby-esque, man. I love it. And then you get the two open hands. And one thing I love about the Marvel Legends Toy Biz Thing in Disguise figure is that you can use that same wardrobe and put it on this thing as it fits perfectly. And I love how some of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends stuff still holds up with the Hasbro figures of today. So yeah, this will definitely add a lot of fun factor to your Thing figure. I wonder if Hasbro will make a version of this. Ooh, I just love this look so bad. Sorry, that was my random keyboard smashing sound effect. Now taking a look at Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, and he is decked out with his lab coat, and I absolutely love this. Like, come on, it just fits the character. And we've had a version of Reed Richards from Toy Biz with a lab coat, so it's cool to see that Hasbro, you know, gives us another version. And it's cool to see because we could probably see this being reused for Bruce Banner, hopefully. You know, we're long overdue for a comic Bruce Banner. But I like the overall look to it. I like the length. Same Reed Richards body as before, and same hands. And for accessories, he has his arms, so you can complete his Fantastic Four attire. So we could just swap the arms, popping them out, pop that jacket piece off, pop them in real easy. And he's got those long stretchy fingers reused from the Dan Slott version. And of course, if you don't want those hands, you can just swap it with the others. Also, you could give him the Johnny Storm hands if you did want to give him fists. Taking a look at Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, and just like my pre-intro, this face sculpt is absolutely freaking caca, man. Oh, this is absolutely atrocious, man. This has to be the worst female face sculpt since, what, before the Marvel Legends revamp back in 2014, 2015? So it's like taking me back to the freaking dark days of Hasbro, which I don't want to go back to. And that's one thing that freaking annoys me about Hasbro, is that they'll do something to give us a figure that goes 5 steps forward, and then give us something that just brings us 5 steps back. You know, we're getting double-jointed pinless elbows on female figures now. Don't fail us by giving us bad head sculpts for them because, oh my god. I could go on and on about this, but, like, the hair sculpt I like. There's nothing wrong with the hair sculpt. I think the hair sculpt came out really nice for a classic Sue Storm. It fits. I think what they were trying to go for was the cover template for the figure, and if that's what they were trying to go for, man, they absolutely failed at it. Like, how did we go from these pretty Sue faces to this? The only cure to this figure is basically putting one of the older heads on this one. So here I have the Dan Slott version on, and I really like this. Another thing, why does this figure have 2 big-ass holes in them? Like, the last 2 don't have them. Same torso, it's just we get 2 big holes on this. Like, what the hell? And even trying the Walgreens exclusive head on this one. See, it looks good. I don't have a problem with this at all. So if you have this one or the Super Scroll Wave one, I would suggest, if you do have an extra of those, just get rid of the head on this figure and replace it with one of these. I did get someone's fingerprint on this, so that's annoying too. The 4 logo is not so clean on mine. Same body as before, repainted. You got the fists right here, and she's in her classic outfit. And for some reason, this figure has a hard time standing, and you know I'm really good at balancing, and I try to adjust the legs and stuff, but the knees just keep warping, and I just absolutely loathe this figure. I really do. And to dovetail what I was saying earlier about 5 steps forward, 5 steps back, yeah, look at this right here. These two bodies have the same height, released in the same year. They should have put Sue Storm on this body. Like, Hasbro really messed up here. So I believe this body frame is supposed to replace this one. I mean, they're roughly the same height. I could definitely see this being reused for a good Black Widow, but there's also going to be a taller version, which the Frankie Ray Nova is going to be on, and that body won't be exclusive to her. We're definitely going to see that body mold used on other females. So pinless arms, legs, new body molds. We got to keep moving forward. We can't go back. So Hasbro, come on. Cut it out. And finally, for accessories, she comes with 2 open hands and a force field bubble. Same as the last figure, you just insert the fingers into that slot right there, and she'll hold on to it. Mine is loose, so that's so annoying. I give up on this figure. Now for some comparisons, here is Mr. Fantastic next to his prior releases. Here is Invisible Woman next to her prior releases. Here is both our Flame On and Flame Off versions of Human Torch. Here is our Thing next to 2 other things. Here is our Fantastic Four team all together from this retro wave. Here is the Flame Off Human Torch to show off the complete matching uniforms. If you notice what I notice, yeah, the blue doesn't match. This has me messed up. Hasbro, how are you going to make a Fantastic Four team of the same uniform and not make them match fully in tone? The others from the wave match the same, so I don't know what went on in the factory, but this is another dislike I pointed out with this figure already. They still look nice together for the most part, but this may bother you as it does for me. Here they are next to their fellow Retro Series mate, Dr. Doom. Here they are next to their fellow wave mates, Psycho Man and the High Evolutionary. Wish I had time to review these before I left, but the High Evolutionary is cool even though he's undersized. The sculpt is fantastic. Not a pun, I swear, but that Psycho Man is something special. Jack Kirby perfection. And finally, here they are next to the 2007 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Fantastic Four She-Hulk. The blue color tone doesn't match all the way, so we definitely need an updated Fantastic Four version of her. I can see that being the next retro wave offer. Alright, and now to wrap things up, overall, I'm gonna rate the wave as a whole to give you my thoughts on it. It's just easier that way. I'll give the wave a final rating of an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going very high with this as it's one of this year's best waves. For me, the Sue Storm head and the High Evolutionary being undersized holds it back from being a 10 out of 10. The High Evolutionary figure is still a great figure despite the scale and is one of this year's best villains Hasbro put out. This year has been the best year of villains offerings, no doubt, with that being the centric focus for Legends, even with the fear of the Sentinel knees. Can't hate on them. See what I did there? Oh, perfect setup for Psycho Man. Psycho Man is a 10 in my book and a top 10 contender, as I love all things Jack Kirby. The body work to him is phenomenal. For the rest of the Fantastic Four team, the Flame On Human Torch is my favorite, and it's finally great to see a complete classic Flame Off version too, despite my gripes. The Thing is a perfect figure to me. I love this mold. I think it's the best Thing figure ever, and the 2 new head sculpts are a great addition to the several expressions he always displays in the comics. Again, Jack Kirby for the win. Mr. Fantastic is fantastic with those swappable lab coats, and that alone adds high replay value for displays. Going back to Sue Storm, it is definitely the worst of the wave, but the all-invisible version is what I want most and will make up for the hit we took with this horrible head sculpt. Because, well, we don't have to see her face in that one. Overall, while the classic blue and white will always be my Fantastic Four, the Walgreens exclusive blue and black ones remain the better versions. Except for the Human Torch, I can't choose the Bucky Cat mold over this Spider-Man 2099 white suit mold. Articulation is way better, but the orange translucent coloring on the Walgreens is better looking than this red one. It didn't pop for me in my photography. The retro cards will make for some beautifully decorative displays on our walls as always. Great thing is this wave gives collectors another chance to complete a Fantastic Four team if they missed out on the previous ones, and this will definitely get everyone even more stoked for when the HasLab Galactus arrives to devour our collection. Now I can get back to you. What do you think of this retro Fantastic Four wave? What characters would you like to see in the next Fantastic Four wave? Or multi-packs, or deluxe, you name it. Comment below, let me know. know, we'll chat about it. Alright, and that was my review. I hope you all have a safe and happy holidays, and I really hope you enjoyed all the reviews and video content I provided for you guys this year, before and after my hiatus. So if you still stuck around and you didn't unsubscribe, I appreciate you a lot. You the GOAT. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So hit that notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.